good friend once told me, know the plan, stick to the plan, but don't fall in love with the plan. And although he said this to me while hiking through the backcountry of Alaska, we're just completely surrounded by these mountains. We are in the middle of nowhere. The motto absolutely applies itself to the restoration of an old car. Today, I just bought this beauty, 65 Mustang. I've only had this car 2 weeks, and working on it has gone every which way but the original plan. I'm tired of fighting with these things, and I'm not getting anywhere with it. I fixed the starter, then I broke the starter. Where I'm at now, which I'm getting ready to install it into the car, and there is a mouse in my engine. Ooh, there he is. I brought home a lot of mice. Here's what I found in place of the front leaf spring tire. A lot of questions I have. Still, I'm having a blast. Yeah, it's like opening a treasure chest. I think it's BS. I don't think it works. And since my background is in new media production, I've decided I'm gonna vlog about it. So without further ado, here's the vlog series covering my Project Mustang known as the Iron 6. Hey, if you're gonna buy a project car, make sure you have a place to work on it, a clean place to work on it. I already posted one video doing an overview of this car. I've filmed a ton of stuff with me working on this car and doing some stuff. I have not had time to cut the vlog or updates that I'm wanting to do on this car the way that I want to. So I'm just gonna give you a very crude overview of what I've accomplished on this thing. This is my baby. I love this thing. I'm going on maybe 3 weeks now, and even though it's a straight 6, I still love it just as much as I did the day I first sat in it. Anybody that's thinking about getting a project car and is on the fence about it, I say you pull the trigger on it and do it, because this has brought me so much joy. The main reasons I'm doing this: one, I have a background in video production. Just lost my light. I have a background in video production, but that's how we operate at home. I'm sorry if that's really bright, but I mean, that's all I have for a light right now, and so that's what I'm using. To catch you up, I am going to show you some of the stuff that I previously filmed, and to address some things with the vlog. So we'll roll that now. Hey guys, and welcome to, I guess we would call it the first episode of this vlog series. I wanted to address a few things up front about my intentions for the vlog series. This will be more of a documentary based vlog series. This will not be a tutorial series on the work that I do on this car. I named the channel Grease Rookie. That's my disclaimer. I am not a professional. I'm not a professional mechanic. I'm not a professional body shop guy. I'm more in line with a rookie. Now, if all goes well, I guess you would say, restoration of this car is going to fall somewhere in between driving condition and street show quality. I'm more fascinated, honestly, with rat rods and custom cars, things that are within reason for me to obtain. I'm not saying that this is gonna be a rat rod, but this is definitely gonna have some customization to it. Next, due to my two most limited resources, which would be time and money, I don't know what the posting consistency is going to be for this vlog. Lastly, I do have a tendency to mumble, so moving forward. The main things that I've done to the car: the engine is now broken free, and I've taken it through several revolutions cranking the crankshaft by hand. The engine's stuck, it's seized. I don't know how bad it is. The car was last inspected in 78, I think it was, and the battery was last installed in 78 as well. The thing only has, or the odometer says 74, just under 75,000 miles. Not a half bad funnel. Yes! Broke it loose. Since I brought this home in the last 3 weeks, I've only had one time where I was like, oh God, what did I do? And it wasn't even with purchasing the car, it was more about the situation that I brought into the house. And that was bringing mice into the house. So I'll play a little bit of that now. We'll pick up where I'm at now, which I'm getting ready to install it into the car, and there is a mouse in my engine. Oh, there he is. So I was really hoping to work on the starter this morning. It's Saturday, but I have a bit of a situation with the mice. So wife's not real happy about that. I can't really blame her. So first thing on the agenda this morning is to clean out the garage, get everything out of there, and see if I can figure out just about how many there may be running around our garage. Priority number one is to keep the garage the containment area. Upon further investigation, so far the mouse situation is not looking good. You can see, I feel like I might be dealing with more than a couple. There's mouse droppings everywhere. And you tell me how they got up there, because this is exactly what that area looks like. And the only possible way, okay, right here. Must have climbed. The only thing I can think is they climbed up the cord, across the sawhorse, and onto the windowsill. These things are insane. I brought home a lot of mice. Keep that in mind whenever you bring a project car home. Might want to let it sit outside first for a while before you bring it into the garage. Otherwise, you end up with a bunch of mouse crap and an unhappy wife. I'm happy to report that the mice are gone. In total, there was 5 of them. 5 mice in a garage this size can make a massive mess if you're unaware of them. The other big thing that I've accomplished is fixing the starter. And the starter was a fun project. It was the first sort of, I guess it was the first mechanical project really that I took on with this car. And it wasn't working. I pulled it out of the car. There she is. Took it apart, cleaned it all up. You want to talk about an immediate confidence boost? Guess the right socket on the first try. Reassembled it. It worked. Then as I was getting ready to do the final assembly with it, I stripped a wire. We got a wire right here that broke. So I'm gonna have to pull it back apart and take a look at that. Had to rip the thing all apart again. And those things, starters are, well, getting the brushes back in, that's a royal pain in the butt. And got it all back together, got it installed in the car, and it didn't work. It would spin, but it wouldn't engage the flywheel. At that point, I ordered a new starter. The day that the new starter was supposed to arrive in the mail, I was looking through photos I took of the starter on my phone, and it clicked. I realized most likely I reassembled it incorrectly. Son of a... Yep. I did not put this back together correctly. See those slots? These slots right here, there's one here and there's one right there. I did not have this arm resting in those slots. And I can't believe that I did it, because it was one of those deals where when I was putting it back together, I knew something didn't quite make sense, but I didn't even question it. So that was really frustrating. So now I have a brand new starter that I have to return, but I did successfully fix the original starter, which it's a victory. It makes me happy. So the next thing on the list for this week is I'd like to get the carburetor off before I run the compression test. But now that the starter is working, I'm gonna run a compression test, see what condition this straight six is in. Hopefully with just under 75,000 miles on the odometer, I can get this thing running and rolling. That's where I need to get. One last thing I would like to address, if I haven't specified this. The main reason I'm doing this vlog is, one, I like to document stuff, but it is to hopefully grow a resource with social media already on Instagram and Facebook. I have already gotten input and help from people that I didn't think was possible. So I'm learning a lot of this stuff as I go, and I feel like putting up these videos, it will give people that know what they're doing or have a really good idea of how to do this stuff an opportunity to communicate with me and let me know, hey, you could have done something this way, or next time you have this issue. So I'm really hoping that this vlog series elevates my knowledge of the restoration process. So once I get this episode cut, I'm gonna try to get these things rolling out a little more often. And yeah, hopefully I can sustain this. But yeah, that's it for this episode.